Hello dear aspirants, welcome back to Vyasa IAS CSAT course. So we are in the third class of percentages. The topic of percentage is simple. I gave you two tables of when something changes from A to B and B to A. So at least keep revising some of the um, data from that table and the ratio table as well. Okay, so if you are trying to use that table again and again while you are doing your questions, then it will be much more helpful for you, especially in various competitive examination. Because now see, in the UPSC you get number system most, but in the other examination, percentage, profit and loss, time and distance, all these things will come more. So basics of percentages is very important. So in the schedule, I did not give you percentages in the schedule, but I am giving you classes of percentages. Okay, so I think now up till now everybody is clear with the little tricks that we have from the percentage. Okay, now let us uh, do this. Okay, now also see, whenever we are doing like multiplication and addition as well. Okay, like if we want to multiply 123 into, let's say we want to multiply 1.23 into let's say 105. Okay, so what this means basically 1.23 into 105, that is 1.23 times 105. Okay, 1.23 times 105. Now you obviously know 1 times of this 1.0 of 105 is 105 plus how much? 23% more of 105. Okay, 23% more of 105. So sometimes this calculation is easier. Here it is not that easier, but sometimes this calculation is definitely easier to do. So we can do in this method also. Okay. So suppose we have a very big multiplication. So we can do by this method. You will see even this calculation is not that difficult. Okay. Because see, here we have to multiply 3, but here we have to multiply just 2. Okay. So this calculation is much simpler than the other calculations. So this will come to be 210. Okay, and this will become how much? This will become 5442. Now obviously you have to put 0.45 here. Now you know 105 plus 24.45. Okay, so 129.45 you get. See, you got very easily, otherwise you have been multiplying very long. So sometimes these approaches work. Okay, now let us do some more questions. Look at this question. It is saying Mr. A is a computer programmer. He is assigned three jobs for which time is allotted is in the ratio 5 is to 4 is to 2. Jobs are needed to be done individually, but due to some technical snag, 10% of the time allotted for each jobs get wasted. Okay, but due to some technical snag, 10% of the time allotted for each job gets wasted. Thereafter, owing to the lack of interest, he invests only 40%, 30%, 20% of the hours of what was actually allotted to do the three jobs. Find how much percentage of the total time allotted is the time invested by A. Okay, so what it is saying that he has been given three jobs and their times are in the ratio 50, 40 and 20, sorry, 5 is to this person is given three jobs and he is allotted time in the ratio 5, 4, 2. Okay, in this ratio 5, 4 and 2, this ratio is allotted time, but due to some technical snag, 10% of the time allotted for each job gets wasted. Thereafter, owing to lack of interest, he invests only 40% and 30% and 20% of the hours what was actually allotted to do the three jobs individually. Okay, find how much percentage of the total time allotted is time invested by A. Fine. See, now this is the ratio given, 5 is to 4 is to 2. Okay, so we can assume that this A jobs take 50 hours, this take 40 hours, and this take 20 hours. So total time invested is how much? 110 hours. Okay. 110 hours. Fine. Now, 10% of the time allotted for he is assigned a job. Okay. But due to technical stack, 10% of the time allotted for each jobs get wasted. Thereafter, owing to the lack of interest, he invests only 40%, 30%, and 20% of the hours of what was actually allotted to do three jobs individually. Find the percentage of total time invested by A. Okay, so the jobs are in the ratio 5 is to 4 is to 2. So let us take them 50 is to 40 is to 20. Okay, we multiply it by 10, and now 10% is the of the time is wasted. Okay, 10% is the of the time is allotted for each job gets wasted. So 5 hours get wasted from here, 4 hours get wasted from here, and 2 hours get wasted from here. Okay, thereafter, owing to the lack of interest, he only invest only 40%, 30%, and 20% of what was actually allotted. Okay, so this much time is wasted. Okay, and how much um he owing to the lack of interest he invests only 40, 30, and 20% of the what was actually allotted. Okay, so 40% means here he is uh, allotting 20 hours. 30% means here he is allotting 12 hours, and 20% means here he is allotting 4 hours. Okay, here he is allotting 4 hours. So this much he is using. Okay, so this is how much? This is 32 plus 4, that is 36. Okay, that is 36, and total time is how much? Total time is 110. Okay, total time is 110. So, it is asking find how much percentage of the total time is invested by A. So, 36 hours are invested because this is going in the technical snack. Okay, and 40, 30, and 20% of the hours of what was actually allotted to do the three jobs, that only that is invested. Okay, so find how much percentage of the total time is invested. So we are getting 36 hours. I think there should be no problem here because this is what 40% of this is 20 hours. 40% of this is 20 hours, 50. 30% of this is 12 hours, and 20% of this is 4 hours. So you have 36 hours. Fine. So this is 36 divided by 110 into 100. Okay, now how can we calculate this? See, 110 50% is 55. Okay, because you will just divide by 2. Okay, and 110 25% is how much? Just divide this by 2, so you will get how much? 2 to the 4, 2 to the 4, 2 7 the 14, and 27.5. Okay, 27.5. Now in this 27.5, see, 25% plus, how much more is left here? How much more is left in 36? 27.5 plus 8.5. Okay, plus 8.5. Okay, 8.5 is left. Now 8.5 by 110. Okay, so this is how much? 8.5 is how much? See, 10% is of 110 is 11. Okay, and half of this is 5.5. Okay, so this is a little more than 5%. Okay, this is little more than 5%. Okay, 5% is how much? 5.5. Fine. So we'll add now 30%. How much is left? 3 by 110. Okay, 3 by 110. Now we know that 5.5 is 5% of 110. Okay, and 2.25 is 2.5% of 110. Okay, 2.25 is 2.5% of 110. So our answer will come approximately equal to this. Okay, our answer will come approximately equal to this. So see, if you are able to do this kind of calculation very fast, okay, if you are able to do this kind of calculation very fast, then you will not need to divide. Okay, so like I am taking 110 ka half is 50%, so that is 55, and 55 ka half करेंगे तो we will get 27.5, and So this is what? This is 50%. This is 25%. Okay. So this is 27.5. Okay. This is 27.5 plus 8.5. है ना? And 27.5 divided by 110 is how much? This is the 25%. Okay. And I know that 10% of 110 is what? 11, and half of is this is what? 5.5. So 5% more here I can add. So plus 3 will remain, plus 3 will remain, and 3 by 110. So I know 5.5 ka half is 2.25, and that is 2.5% of 110. So just add 2.5% more, and this 3 is little more than that. So you will get 32.72%. This is the closest. Okay, this is the closest. Okay, fine. I hope everybody is clear with this thing. Now let's move forward. Now look at this question. What this is saying: there are three galleries in a coal mine. On the first day, two galleries are operative, and after some time, third gallery is made operative. With this, the output of the mine became half as large again. What is the capacity of the second gallery as a percentage of the first if it is given that a 4-month output of the first and third gallery was the same as the annual output of the second gallery? Now look at this question. This is so large and so much is repeated that once you read this question you are not able to understand. Okay, so these kind of questions are definitely expected in UPSC because they want to give you question that will uh, interrupt your pace of thought. Okay, so longer question, lengthier question are basically the format of UPSC. So remember this and try to solve more questions which have large uh, which which are very voluminous. Okay, and now look at this question. So what is question saying? There are three galleries in coal mine. On the first 2 days, two galleries are operative. Okay, and after 2 days, two galleries are operative. Okay, after some time, the third gallery is also made operative. Okay, with this, the output of the mine became half as large again. Okay, half as large again. What is the capacity of the second gallery as the percentage of first? Okay, if it is given that a 4-month output of the first and the third gallery was same as the annual output of the second gallery. Okay, so what this question is basically saying, look at this information given. Okay, so it is saying that the capacity of the second gallery as See, students, look at this question. It is saying three galleries in a coal mine. On the first 2 days, two galleries are operated, and after some time, the third gallery is also made operative. With this, the output of the mine became half as large again. What is the capacity of the second gallery as the percentage of first if it is given that a 4-month output of the first and third galleries was the same as the annual output of the second gallery? Okay, fine. Now see what the question is saying. On the first 2 days, two galleries are operative, and after some time, the third gallery is made operative. So when the third gallery is operative, the output of the mine becomes half as large again. Okay, so that means what? First and second is contributing something. Okay, first and second is contributing something, and the output so third one is adding what? 50% of this. Okay, what first and second are adding, third one is adding 50% of it. Okay, third one is adding 50% of it to the output. Fine. What is the next equation given? It is saying what is the capacity of the second gallery as a percentage of first if it is given that the 4-month output of the first and the third gallery was the same as the annual output? So 4-month output of the first and third gallery. Okay, 4-month output of the first and third gallery is equal to the 12-month output of the second gallery. Okay, see, we are getting two equations. Number one, this F plus S is equals to 50% or T is equals to 50% of F plus S. Okay, F plus S. And what is given to us? 4 plus F plus T is equals to 12S. Okay, here F is the output of the first gallery, T is the output of the third gallery, S is the output of the second gallery. Okay, so remember these equations. These two equations have a lot of application in our question. And now let's move on. Now see what this is saying. You are having this two equations. F plus S is equals to 50, sorry, this was T is equals to 50% of F plus S. Okay, and 4 times of F plus T is equals to 12 times of S. Okay, now see what we are seeing in this two question. We have three variables. And we have two equations. But if you know, whenever you solve linear equations, so then to get the value of each one of them, the number of variables should be equal to the number of equations. So whenever you have to solve these, so three variables need three equation to be solved. Three variables need three equation to be solved. But when we are given two equation, what can we do? We can just do the trial and error method. Okay, we can just do the trial and error method. So, see, it is asking in the question, what is the capacity of the second gallery as a percentage of first? Okay, what is the capacity of second gallery as a percentage of first? As a percentage of first. Okay, so this it is asking what is the capacity of second gallery as a percentage of first. So, if the if the output of the second gallery as a percentage of first is 70, so if second gallery is producing 70%, then as a percentage of first, then first gallery will produce 100. Okay, first gallery will produce 100. So your third gallery is going to produce how much? 100 plus 70 by 2, because 50% of this, so this will come to be 85. This will come to be 85. Now you can put your values here. So 4 into first 100 you are getting. Second you are getting equal to 85, and this 12 into S. What is S here? This 70. Now, are both of them equal? Okay. Is this equal to this? No, we will not get this equal to this. Okay. So, see, this was our first trial and error method. Okay. The next is what? The next is the trial and error method. We'll let us take 64. Okay. Let us take 64. Okay, let us take 64. So, if the output of the second gallery is 64, first gallery is 100. So, third gallery is how much? 164 divided by 2, which is equals to how much? 82. 82. Now, you can put here 4 into 100 plus 82 will be what? 4 into 182 is equals to 12 into how much? This is 70, here this is 64. Okay, so are both of them equal? Okay, so you can see definitely both of them are not equal, because here you are getting a factor of 91. Okay, and here you won't get to cancel 91 in any case. Okay, here you won't get to cancel 91 in any case, so even this is not correct. Okay, so let us check for this third option. Okay, so this question is definitely going on the lengthier side, but we have to check. Okay, now let us check for this 60%. So if second gallery's output is 60%, so first gallery's output is 100%. Okay, now what is third gallery's output? 100 plus 60 by 2, that is 80. 80. So let us consider this as 80. Now you can definitely check 4 into F. 100 plus 60 is equals to 12 into 80. Now this is what? This is 160 into 4, and this is 12 into 80. Okay, this is 12 into 80. So, is that equal? Okay, is that equal? Definitely, I think this will give you your answer. Okay, so now you can check. So, in this way, the trial and error method will give you the answer. Okay, trial and error method will give you the answer. Fine, let us move on. So here you have to add 80, okay? This will be 80 and this will be 60. So now both of them will be equal, okay? A little bit of calculation error here. So this will be this. So this will give you the answer. Obviously, this is what? Um, 9. Guys, look at this question. What this question is saying. It is saying that in an election there are three candidates A, B, and C. A gets 50% more votes than B. A also beats C by 1,80,000 votes. Okay. A also beats C by 1,80,000 votes. So what it is saying, three candidates are there. A gets 50% more votes than B. So I think if B got, let's say, any B number of votes. Okay, so A got how much vote? 1.5 times of B. This we can write. If it is known that B gets 5, now A also beats C by 1,80,000. Okay, A also beats C by 1,80,000. So that means A is equals to 1,80,000 times of C plus C. Okay, if it is known that B gets 5 percentage point more votes than C. Okay, 5 percentage point it is asking. Okay, so we first have to know how much 100% means here. Okay, if it is known that B gets 5 percentage points more vote than C, find the number of voters on the voting list given that 90% of the voter on the voting list voted and no votes were illegal. Okay, no votes were illegal. Okay, so that it is saying. Now see, um, what this question is saying. Suppose we were having 100. Yeah, yes, let's say 100. Okay. Suppose we were having 100 voters. Of that, 90% voted. Of that, how many voted? 90% voted. That means 90 people voted. Okay, 90 people voted. Now, uh, there is only three candidates. So, A plus B plus C is equals to how much? 90. Okay. A plus B plus C is equals to how much? 90. Now you know A is 1.5 times of B and B is B only. Okay, B is B only. And this A is how much? A is C minus A is how much? This 1,80,000 of times of C. Okay, and uh, if it is known that B gets 5 percentage points more vote than C. Okay, so if 90% is 100% vote, so 5% of this is how much? 5% of 90. Okay, 5% of 90 is how much? 4.5. Okay, 4.5. So I hope now everybody is clear with this thing, how we are going to approach this question. Now you get the relationship between A, B, and C. Now we can put it in the form of some X and we can uh, take out the answer. I just explained to you in the form of 100. Why? Because it is easier to understand that way, because 1,80,000 vote is there, so we can't take 100, we have to start from some quantity X, so that way we can do. Okay, so this is how you can approach this answer. Let's solve it. Okay guys, look at this question. It is saying in an okay, guys. So let us try to solve it. So we'll start by taking. So we have A, B, and C, and C is, let us take it at C only. It is known that B gets 5 percentage points more than C. So write B as C plus 5, and it is saying A gets 50% more votes than B. Then we can write 1.5 times of C plus 5. Okay. 1.5 times of C plus 5. Now we will add all this. We will add all this. So by adding all this, we will get how much? 1.5 C plus 5 uh, plus C plus 5 plus C is equals to 90% of water. Okay, is equals to 90% of water. Fine. So how much we are getting? So 1.5 and this is 7.5 and this is C plus 5 plus C. Okay. So this is how much? This is 3.5 times of C and this is 12.5 and this is 90% of total votes polled. Okay, this is 90% of 90% of total votes polled. Okay. Um, Fine. And now see, we have one more condition here. What is the condition? That A also beats C by 1,80,000 votes. So um, A is equals to C plus 1,80,000. Okay. A is equals to C plus 1,80,000. Okay. Now you have this. Okay. One is 1.5 into C plus 5 and one is C plus 5 and one is C. Okay. So this is percentage point, it is already given. Okay. This is percentage point, it is already given. It is saying A gets 50% of more votes than B. Okay. So, if in the total votes we are having, okay. So this ratio, if we take C as it is getting 25% vote, B will definitely get 30% of the vote. Okay. And A will get how much? 45% votes. Okay. See how we'll get this. See, it is saying that B gets 5 percentage points more than C. So if we assume that here, okay, here, if we assume that uh, this is the total number of votes polled. Okay, this is the total number of votes polled. So what we are getting here is this C, if this is getting 25%, so this has to be 30%. Okay, this has to be 30%, fine, and this has to be 1.5 times of this. Okay, so what is 1.5 times of this? 45. Then only this will become 100%, because you can see this is what 45 plus 25 is 70 and 70 plus 30 is 100. I hope everybody understands this. See, we got this ratio 1.5 into C plus 5 and this is C plus 5. B is obviously C plus 5 because it is given, and then we have C. So this is 100% of the votes polled. Okay, this is 100% of the votes polled. Fine. So this is how much? So definitely this has to be 25%, then this will be 30% and this will be 45%. I hope you understand this came from where. Okay. I hope you understand this came from where. Okay. So now it is saying that A also beats C by 1,80,000. Okay. So now you know that you are getting A got 45% of the total votes polled. Okay, A got 45% of the total votes polled and C got 25% of the votes polled. Okay, C got 25% of the votes polled. So, what is the difference between A and C of 20 percentage point? Of 20 percentage point difference you are getting, and this 20 percentage point difference is how much? 1,80,000. 1,80,000. Okay, so what 20 percentage is 1,80,000. Okay, so 100% is how much? 100% is how much? Obviously, you can multiply 5 into this. Okay, because this is 20%. So 20% may we multiply 5, it will become 100%. So just multiply 5 into this. So 18 into 5 is what? 90, I think. So how many votes are polled? 9 lakh votes are polled, because इसका 20% का this will get 9 lakh. So total 9 lakhs votes are polled. Okay. And 10% did not go for voting. Okay. 10% did not go for voting. So this is 90%. Okay. This is 90%. So what is 100%? If 9 lakh is 90%, so 100% is what? 90% is 9 lakh. That means 10% is 1 lakh. So total vote is how much? 9 plus 1 lakh. That means 100 10 lakh. Okay, 10 lakh. So this is how you get this answer. All right, this is how you get this answer. I hope everybody understand this. Now let's move on to the next question. Now look at this question. It is saying a clock is set right at 12 noon on Monday. It loses 1 by 2% of on the correct time in the first week, but gains 1 by 4% on the true time during the second week. The time shown on Monday after 2 weeks will be. Okay. So Monday we are setting it as 12. Okay. It loses 1 by 2% on correct time in the first week. Okay, so it loses 1 by 2% on the correct time in the first week, but gains 1 by 4% on the true time during the second week. So now see what is 1 by 2% of the time. Okay, what is 1 by 2% of the time? So 1 by 2% means 0.5% of the time. Okay, 0.5% of the time. So let's see how we can do this question. It loses 1 by 2%. So what is 1 by 2%? 0.5%, and then it is saying it is gaining 1 by 4% on correct time, on true time during the second week. So how much is gained? 0.25%. So overall how much time is lost? Net is time loss. Okay, net is what? Time lost. So time lost is how much? 0.5 minus 0.25. So that is 0.25%. Okay, that is 0.25%. So 0.25% of the time is lost. Okay, in 2 weeks, 0.5% of the time is lost. And it is asking the time shown on Monday after 2 weeks. Okay, the time shown on Monday after 2 weeks. So, how much time is lost? Okay, how much time is lost? So, see, uh, we will take off 1 week only. Okay, because 0.5% is gained and 0.25% is lost. So, net is 0.25% of the time is lost in a week, kind of thing. So, in 1 week, how many hours are there? Okay, in 1 week, you have 24 into 7, that is uh, 1 this will be how much? 168 hours. Okay, 168 hours, and you are losing 25 0.25%. Okay, 0.25%. So what is 25% of this? 168 divided by 4, because 25% is what? 1 by 4. Okay, so what is 25% of this? This will be 42. Okay, now what is 0.25% of this? 0.42. Okay, 0.42. So basically 0.42 hours are lost. Okay, 0.42 hours are lost. Now what is the meaning of 0.242 hours? That means um the meaning of 0.42 hours. So you obviously know 1 hour is 60 minutes. So 0.42 hour is how much? 60 into 0.42. Okay, 60 into 0.42. So that is coming to be how much? Zeros, and this is 12 and this is 25.2. Okay, 25.2 you are getting. Fine. So obviously now 25.2, and you know the 0.2 is what? 60 seconds. So 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So 0.2 minute is equals to how much? 12 seconds. So now total we are having some time lost. Okay, total we are having some time lost. So you will have to subtract. So subtract this 25. So this will come to be how much? This will come to be 5. Okay. This will come to be 3. Okay, but this will not be 35 because this 12 second are also lost from this 1 minute. Okay, so that will be 48 second left. Okay, that will be 48 second left. So your answer will be 11. Time shown after 2 weeks is 11:34 and 48. So I hope everybody is clear with this thing. Okay, guys, so these questions that we are doing are little bit on the tougher end. So we are going a little bit more slow here. Okay, but I think it is fine. Now let's see the next question. Okay, let's see the next question. What the question is saying that um, petrol prices shot up by 7% as a result of hike in the price of crude. The price of the petrol before the hike was rupees 28 per liter. Vowel travels 2,400 kilometers every month and his cars gives a mileage of 18 kilometer. Find the increase in expenditure that Vowel has to incur due to increase in the price of petrol to the nearest rupee. Okay. So it is asking the um, price. Okay. Now see what is given in the uh, question that price of petrol is hiked 7% as a result of hike in the price of crudes. The price of petrol before the hike is 28. Okay. Price of petrol before the hike is 28 per liter. Fine. Okay. Now, Vowel travels 2,400 kilometer every month and his car gives a mileage of 18 kilometer to a liter. Okay. So, in 1 liter, he is traveling how much? 18 kilometers. Okay. So, uh, if he takes in 18 kilometer, uh, he takes 1 liter, so how much fuel will he take in 2,400 kilometers? Okay, so 2,400 divided by 18. Okay, 2,400 divided by 18. Now you know this will definitely get cancelled by 3. So 3 8 times. Okay, 800 and 3 6 are 18. Okay, 3 6 times is 18. Now it is asking to the nearest rupee. All right. So you know from here this will be 400 by 3. Okay, this will be 400 by 3. Um, so this will come to be how much? I think 133 point something because this will be 3, 10, 3, 9 again 10. So 133.33 liters of petrol he needs. Okay, 133.33 liters of petrols he needs. Okay, now find the increase in the expenditure that Wobble has to increase due to the increase in the price of rupee. Okay, now see what is the expenditure this Wobble has to do in 1 month earlier. Okay, see if the price of petrol increases by 7%, then his expenditure will also increase by 7%. Okay, so what is the expenditure here? Okay, so 133.33 into 28 you can do. Okay, 133.33 into 28 you can do. So what is the price here? This will be 2,800 because 100 you will multiply, you will get 2,800, and then 33.33 you can take it as either 34 or 33. So I am taking this as 33 only. So 33, 28 into 33 we have to do. Okay, so 8 3s are 24. We have this 6 7 8. Okay, so this is, so we have expenditure kitna hoga? This is 12 and this is 924. Okay, 924. So total expenditure is how much? 3724. Okay, 3724. Now 7% of this is the expenditure that is increasing. Okay, Find the increase in expenditure. So what is 7% of this? What is 7% of this? So 10% of this is 372. Okay. 5% of this is um, uh, 10% of this is obviously I think 372 only. Yes. Okay. Fine, but the expenditure is 7%, so we have to subtract 3%. Okay, so we have to subtract 3%. So 10% of this is 372.4. Okay, so half of this is what will be 5%. What is half of 372? 1, this will go 1 times, this will go 2 8s are 16, and this will go 2 6 are 12. Okay, but um, the expenditure is 7%, so we will decrease just the half of this. Okay, so this will be 2 nines are 60, 2 nines are 18, and this is 93. Okay, so around, if you decrease 90, so then you will get the correct expenditure. So you will get this as 262. All right, you will get this as 260. Yes, I think so. है ना? So you will get this as 262. Okay. Now let us do the next question. It is saying by how many liters should Vowel reduce his travel if he wants to maintain his expenditure at the previous level. Okay. So now we want to take out our kilometers. Okay. Okay, so if you want to maintain his expenditure at the previous level, okay. So see, we calculated there directly 3724. Okay, 3724 was the what? Was the initial expenditure. We did not calculate the final expenditure here. So let us calculate the final expenditure. So what is the final expenditure? Basically, you will add 7% of this. Okay, you will add 7% of this. Now you came to know that your 7% was something 262. So just add this. So you will get 6 here, you will get 8 here, 3986. Okay, 3986 is his final expenditure. Okay, but you don't want to add this 262. Okay, you don't want to add this 262. Fine. So it is asking by how many kilometers, um kilometers should Vowel reduce his travel if he wants to maintain his expenditure at the previous level. Okay, so we don't want. Okay guys, look at this question. This is the same question as when we wanted to have the expenditure same. Okay, so A to B we are going. Okay, so the 7% of this will become 107, and then back to A we are getting. So 7 times of so this is 100. Okay, this is 100. Now see, we have to now reduce our expenditure. Okay, we have to now reduce our expenditure. So that means this is the similar situation when we were getting that 2400 kilometer when you are traveling at 107. So at 100 you will be traveling how many kilometers? Okay, at 100 you will be traveling how many kilometers? Okay, fine. So this is the same thing. Okay. Um, so 107, uh, you are traveling 2400 kilometers because that was given in the question. Guys, look at this situation. It is the same as when we were going from A to B and B to A again. Okay, so when 100 was the price of the petrol, then you were getting 107. Then when it increased 7%, then it became 107. Now you want to go back to 100. Okay, now you want to go back to the 100. Okay, so 2400 kilometer and A will become what? Okay, so 107 divided by 2400 is equals to what? This x kilometer by 100. Okay, this x kilometer by 100. So 107 by 100. Uh, Okay, so this will become how much? X is equals to 100 into 2400 divided by 107. Okay, 100 into this divided by 7. So now you can calculate this, and this will give you the number of kilometers you are going to travel. Okay, the number of kilometers you are going to travel, and when you will subtract this from this, then you will come to know how many. So definitely you will know that this will come to be less than 2400. Okay, this will come to be less than 2400. Fine, let us find this, let us divide this. Okay, because we have no other options left. Okay, so this will go definitely 2 times. This will become what? 214. So put 2 here. We'll put 214 here. This will become how much? 26 to 60 to 60. Again, we will put 2 here. So again, it will become 214. Now this will become what? Um, this will become 5 here, and this is 460. Okay, so this is how much? This is going to be 321. Okay, and if we multiply by 4, then it will become, I think, 7 4s are 28, 2, and you have this 428. Okay, you have this 428. Fine, you will have this 428, but there will be point here. Okay, so some 224 kilometers, some 224 kilometers. So now let us find what can be the possible answer here. This will be becoming 16, and this will be C. 168 will be the answer, because the last digit I have not calculated yet. If you will calculate the last digit, then you will get exactly the correct answer. Okay, so these approximations can be done because these are kind of far away. Okay, so these approximations can be done. Now let us move forward. Now see, we have done, this is a similar kind of question you can do. If Vowel wants to limit the increase in expenditure to rupees 200, what strategy should he follow? Okay, so reduce travel to 2340 kilometer, 2360 kilometer. Okay, na? So obviously you can find that 28 plus 7 percent of 28 है ना, it's and into some kilometers, that will be equal to how much? This 200 rupees, that will be equal to this 200 rupees. So you can definitely calculate from here. That is not a very big thing. That is the similar kind of question. Okay, now let us see this question. What this question is saying: a shopkeeper announces a discount scheme as follows. For every purchase of 3,000 to rupees 6,000, the customer get a 50% discount or ticket that entitles him to 7% discount on a further purchase of good costing more than rupees 6,000. The customer, however, would have the option of reselling his right to the shopkeeper at 4% of the initial purchase value. As per the right refers to the 7% discount ticket. In an enthusiastic response to the scheme, 10 people purchase goods worth 4,000 each. Find the maximum possible revenue for the shopkeeper. Okay. See now what this question is saying. See, look at this question, guys. What this question is saying? This question is saying that people are purchasing from a shopkeeper and he is giving some discounts. And what kind of discount he is giving? So for 3,000 to rupees 6,000 rupees purchase, the customer is getting a discount, a 15% discount, or uh, a ticket that entitles to get him a 7% discount. Okay, but The customer, however, would have the option of reselling his right to the shopkeeper at 4%. Okay, so means whenever he is getting this ticket of 7% discount, what the customer is saying that I will give you this ticket back and you give me 4% discount. Okay, and you give me this 4% discount. So the customer, however, has the option of reselling his right to the shopkeeper at 4% because right means 7% discount ticket. So, in an enthusiastic response to the scheme, 10 people purchase goods worth 4,000 each, find the maximum possible revenue for shopkeeper. Now, see, if 10 people are purchasing goods rupees 4,000, then how much is the selling price? 40,000. But if between 300 to 6,000, that means these people can either opt for 15% discount. Okay, so if 15% discount is there, then 6,000 rupees will be minus from here. So revenue will be how much? 36,000. But this is not the most revenue it can get. What he can get is that if everybody is not asking for see, if they are further asking for 7% discount on 6,000 rupees, okay, okay, so then that will be a future thing, but maximum possible discount is what? See, if even if everybody asks for this 4% discount by reselling this ticket, so 4% of 40,000 is how much? 4% of 40,000 will be equal to, I think, 1600 rupees. Okay, 4% of 40,000 is 1600 rupees. So maximum possible revenue is how much? 40,000 minus 1600. Okay, 40,000 minus 1600. So how much are you going to get when you subtract this 1600 from 40,000? Okay, so this will be 004. This is what? 10. Now this becomes 9. So 39400. Okay. Uh, Okay, so that will be, sorry, that will be 38400. Okay, that will be 38400 for you. So I hope everybody is clear with this thing. See, he's giving two kinds of discount. One is 15% discount and other is 7% discount. But this 7% discount will be given on further purchase of 6,000. So what we are saying, everybody is reselling this for 4% discount on the purchase of rupees 4,000. So everybody is getting a 160 rupees discount. So that means 160 into 10, that means 1600 rupees discount. That means the maximum possible revenue here is what? 38,400 rupees. Okay, fine. I hope this is clear with everybody. Now it is asking find the maximum possible discount that the shopkeeper would have to offer the customer. So obviously this is rupees 6,000. Rupees 6,000, I already told you, if everybody is asking for this 15% discount, so 15 into 40,000, that will be 16,000. 15% of 40,000 is 6,000. So